Yeah, I got one for Tuesday, Tuesday. I'm here with Pickles,
Hello.
and let's get into it. But
Hopefully you did have a good time watching these last episodes and finishing up season three.
yeah, I did. Did you?
I'd say I enjoyed it. I am very much looking forward into getting into next season once it is time for that.
Yeah, I
Um,
got you.
okay, so today we started off with that's what we're doing. We are finishing off this complete season of Lyoko, and then we're going to be watching some Over the Garden Wall after this.
Yeah, yeah. Call the Cleopatra in space.
Yep. Both
So,
shows I am looking forward to doing.
same here. Okay.
Now, we only have 3 episodes this time.
Yeah, so this will be quick. And I don't know about you, but I thought it was funny how they all did
Yeah.
just because you have it triple trouble
Yep.
and trouble double. But yeah.
Though I will say, if you check in other listings, episode 11 is called 3 is an odd number, which actually makes more sense.
Yeah, no, I got that. That would make sense, but the with
The numbering joke still, this numbering joke still
yeah,
works.
no, the listener in the episode I watched had trouble, so
I
yeah.
will ask you this. Is the rainbow in the background have anything to do with the return of Amazing World of Gumball?
No, 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 no.
Because the first trailer dropped this week.
Yeah, no. The background music is just simply I did my computer have the ability to do any type of background and me not knowing how to turn it off.
Gotcha. Well, all right. It still fits.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, um, triple trouble or 3 is an odd number. This one has to deal with Odd being upset that he's the only one seemingly without a special ability, as opposed
Yeah,
to the other two. Which brought up something that I'd forgotten. I'd forgotten that Odd had premonitions in season one. That he had like psychic visions of what was
yeah,
going to happen.
yeah. No, that got taken away too. Due to the reset of the simple computer, and it took away its future vision.
Yeah, I completely forgotten that that was a thing that happened.
Yeah,
And because of that, Jeremy programmed in a new superpower for Odd, which is another thing in which I just go, wait, so he can just give them new abilities at random. Why is this not a thing that they're doing?
I mean, it makes sense. Like, Jeremy had to code their abilities just like how he coded the miracles.
Right, and ended up giving like Yumi an extra fan. But why are they doing more of this? Just like why aren't they giving the ability to fight Xanos forces in the real world? It
Yeah,
just
no, I
there's
got
so
it.
many things. Hey, let's give this person teleportation. Do that for everybody. Why doesn't
Yeah,
everybody get teleporting? Give everybody more powers.
yeah, but I
It
mean,
it didn't work, obviously.
we clearly see why they didn't do that. Uh,
We do get another fun Xana attack, in which Xana releases a smoke which causes things to turn to stone.
yeah,
And because of the glitch in giving Odd the abilities, instead of teleporting, it was duplicating.
yeah. Hmm.
I will say it was fun seeing the different odds out in the world, just each trying to do the same thing multiple times, like getting multiple portions of food.
Yeah, no, that, come on, you had to realize that they would catch on to that quick.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
Why didn't they catch on after the second one?
yeah, no, like, what's going on here? You're normally not this hungry at it, right? You're eating for the first time. So, yeah, no.
Yeah, this was a fun, light-hearted for the most part episode. It's like, oh no, one of the odds gets turned to stone, but overall, this was just a goofy, fun episode
Yeah,
about Odd having a lack of self-confidence, and at the end, he beats the monsters and he's feeling good. It's simple, it's fun. Nothing much
yeah,
really to say about this one.
yeah, no, I mean, Tom that he doesn't need to teleport power. He's good as he is, so
Even though they should still program more abilities for him because it makes sense.
I agree. I do.
Sometimes the whole you're better off as things are. Hey, if you can help me with something, I would like help.
Yeah,
I don't say no to assistance to things if someone can give you something,
yeah,
especially if you're fighting to save the world. Give me a better gun. I'm fighting monsters here. Give me a better gun.
yeah. No, like, oh,
Give me more armor. I'll
yeah,
take it.
yeah. It's funny, but
I'm tired of being the only one who uses up their ammo with each shot and needs to be manually reloaded by Jeremy.
yeah, like, come on. Why is it that, all it can constantly have is soul unless it's devoltized
Yeah.
and you will fade. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
But he has a limited amount of shots.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah. That doesn't make.
no.
He's got limited shots and he's got no secondary abilities.
Yeah, no.
Ulrich's got like three. He's got his super speed, he's got his triplicate ability. And
Yeah,
how come Ulrich can triplicate and there's no problems? But when Odd gets multiples of himself, oh no, it's a big worry.
yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, all triple K is for like a limited amount of time, and it's intentional. But all triple K was not intended to have it at all. Ah,
Right, right. And then
uh,
you mean with her levitation, and I lead it with everything. I
yeah,
lead it with her everything.
yeah, no, I'm not even gonna get into Aria because whole song of creation is something that she just had from the very soul. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
All right. Well, let's get on to episode two.
Um, double trouble. And I'm hoping that there's not an alternate title out there somewhere. With Venom's attack becoming more and more difficult to handle, the group got, the, the group talked about adding another member to the team to make things easier. William is the prime candidate, but Yumi still doesn't trust him, while Jeremy walks on way to get to Central 5 directly. Xena makes a clone of him and has to take Jeremy's place. Meanwhile, Yumi has missed one too many classes and will be expelled if she misses another. All in Yumi and bugged by Jeremy's clan prevented them from rescuing Aria for the Skipper Zilla possesses Aria, having her and the Zeta into the White Tower, wipe out the mountain sector, cutting off access to Sector 5. However, Jeremy completes his program to send the group to Sector 5 directly. The group decides that they need another member and Yumi asks William for his help with her the it which for her he happily agrees to do.
I will say this. The sort of weirdest thing about this episode is the whole thing about William having dreams about the previous timelines.
Yeah, no, I
Because
know,
that
right?
implies that people held memories of the previous timelines. So, how many people in this universe are having weird things of like, hey, didn't I do this before?
Yeah, no, I mean, they definitely happens. So, yeah.
So is deja vu in this universe you just remembering a return to the past?
I would say so. I mean, it's definitely seeming like it.
Um, this also deals more into how much does Jim remember in his dreams of going around and helping them with different things.
Yeah, no, I know, right?
Okay,
Alright,
so um, I like that they have stuff with trying to include William in this? Yes. I find it interesting that they do lose the next sector here, though you can see how they've been building up towards it all being destroyed at the end of this
yeah,
season.
yeah. But I believe, this includes a long-standing question that you have had for the past 2 seasons.
Yes. As in
So,
what? When does William join?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, Loki real intro, and I know for a fact that when we go into the next episode, you're gonna be a little disappointed.
I'm not going to say disappointed because it's sort of how I anticipated it turning out.
Okay.
William is someone who is gung ho and hyper and excited about this stuff, but he does not have the mentality of what I would assume would be wanted in this.
Yeah, no, but
For one thing, he just gives off creepy vibes.
he definitely does.
He doesn't seem like a heroic counterpart. He seems like an anti hero or a straight up villain, just waiting to happen.
Yeah, well, we know what he becomes.
We certainly do.
Okay, so final take it away.
Okay, so the mountain zone is destroyed. So now they are trying to find a way to materialize straight into Sector 5. And after they get William situated in which like he gets virtualized and now he's excited about what his weapon's going to be and how he's going to look, everyone's trying to impose upon him the idea that this is not a game, that this is serious, that lives are at stake, and he's still treating it as like this exciting game that he can't wait to join.
Uh,
They go off to like just do regular school, and Jeremy and Aelita go to figure out what happened to the Franz Hopper signal. Because they did detect that in the previous episode, and now they know that
yeah,
Franz Hopper's still in Lyoko in some way.
well, in the internet,
Yeah, yeah,
but
in the internet.
yeah,
And over the course of the episode, there. Oh, also Odd is going through his championship skateboarding thing and meets up with a girl from season one who is really excited about, who we haven't seen since season one.
mm,
We get more of Odd trying to, be a ladies' man. Um, but also, we get to see someone that I've been wanting to see for a bit, which is Ulrich's dad, who we haven't seen since that one soccer episode, actually. At least I believe we haven't seen him since the soccer episode with his mother.
you are correct about that.
And he
Yeah,
is upset because Ulrich has been getting terrible grades. Because once again, even though Odd is right there, Ulrich is apparently the dumbass of the group. It happens. I don't know why, but that's what it is. And he is getting the ultimatum of how he might be pulled out of school, how he wants to be kept away from the rest of the Lyoko warriors. And while this is happening, Xana launches an attack on the core of Lyoko to destroy it. The only people apparently available to go there are William and Aelita, who go there, and William gets excited to fight. He's got a big anime sword, and it's great. But
Yeah,
he completely gets distracted fighting the creatures, so he eventually gets taken over by the Schizozoa and used against Aelita. And by
yeah.
the time the rest of the group gets there to help, it is too late. He defeats them, and then Lyoko is destroyed. Um, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, I was iffy on how that would happen. I did not expect fully that to happen. What were your thoughts on that part? With 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 Lyoko being destroyed, William being lost, but them receiving an end a message from Franz Hopper.
Okay, the William being lost, I knew about. I knew. And this is what I need to be quiet for your sake because, I mean, you will somewhat excited about will be eventually brought in as only a role, but I knew for a fact that he's gonna be taken control of by Zeta at some point, and we're gonna lose him with, granted, it makes sense, like, bringing a new ally and they get controlled by the evil villain.
It's not that I was excited for him to become a Lyoko warrior. It was that I knew it happened, so I was just anticipating it happening. It's just like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen?
Yeah, but
It's not that I dislike him as a character. It's that he never really grabbed me.
no, but I mean, you didn't have the idea of, oh, if he becomes one, he would get possessed, and
No, no, not on that. No.
yeah, no, so yeah, it's just I knew about the possession, I knew it happened, I didn't know when it would happen. I only figured it out like last week of, okay, so it's gonna be one of the 3 episodes, and most likely it's gonna be the last one to build that tension for season 4.
I will say that if they were going to do it, give us more time with him as a Lyoko warrior, because it was a little annoying that he got taken over almost immediately after getting there.
Yeah, no, no, I
Because
agree.
I'm going to check, but I think he was only
Like,
for like 2 minutes at most.
yeah, no, 2.5 minutes. So, yeah, no, I
Yeah, I'm
got
gonna
you.
look this up because yeah, that's okay. So I'm checking right now.
But yeah, it was.
So he
definitely.
gets virtualized and arrives at like 11 minutes and like 5 or so seconds, and he is taken over.
Uh,
Or at the 15-minute mark. So no, he was a Lyoko warrior for 4 minutes. No, no, no. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, he was a Lyoko warrior for 4 minutes before he was taken over by Xana.
okay.
11 minutes 5 seconds he arrives. 15 minutes 30 seconds he's taken over.
So 4 minutes 25 seconds.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
entirety of him being on the good guy's side before he's taken over.
uh,
Um, Yubi was right. It was a dumb idea of getting him on their side. It is highly likely that they would not have lost Lyoko if he had not joined them.
uh, yeah, but they need to have a
They
have,
need to have a better vetting process.
yeah, no, that's very positive. But from an overall show perspective, they needed a new, well, a new villain for season 4 as well. And, uh, I think you can guess who it is.
Yeah, yeah. I know who it is because at the end we saw him floating in the abyss, and he was being taken over fully. It's like he
Yeah,
is Santa.
yeah, no. So, but yeah, it was a good episode. I liked this batch of episodes.
But yeah, that brings us to the end of this season and
Yeah,
the wait for next season.
yeah, which would be a couple months.
I would say, yeah, like 2 months, 2 months probably,
Yeah,
because probably going to be 2 weeks for Over the Garden Wall, and then what was it, a month and a half to 2 months for
Cleo,
Cleopatra?
yeah,
Because
so
like the first season was what, 13 episodes?
I believe so. And 17, 6, and 7, I believe.
Yeah, 13, 6, and 7. So yeah, it won't be too long to get through those.
Yeah, no, I got you. Hmm.
It's like
You know,
the entire series is basically like one average season length.
yeah, so, I mean, if we probably feel like it was just one season, you know, it's a normal month and a half. So, yeah, no big deal.
But yeah, glad to have it. Enjoyed it so far. We've made it through another season of another show, and yeah, things are looking up. And I am excited for next week.
Yeah,
It is one of my favorite shows, so I'm looking forward to discussing it with you.
yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it myself. I'm also looking for those who don't know, we're also gonna have two more people join us if you watch my last stream with my friends Maggie and Tim. They will be joining us again for Over the Covered Wall.
All right. Well, I look forward to all that discussion with them. More than merry. That's what I always say.
Well, with that being said, I believe we're done, and I will message you about Friday.
Gotcha. Well, hope you have a wonderful night. I am going to probably collapse onto bed in a bit.
Yeah, got it. Alright, bye guys.